saying if we order it, we own it, and that's totally true. I think we just have to be very clear, if this goes forward, that PTs do not interpret. They, provide that to an appropriate individual who's qualified to interpret, and just ensure that there's that proper communication.
Yeah, well, and that's my point, right? I mean, so you can order it, right, and you get this interpretation that the radiologist puts on the film, right? The radiologist, unless, I mean, he or she may not call the primary care doctor. They probably won't, actually, because they're just reading films, unless it's so urgent that there's certain issues. For example, if a chest X-ray shows an acute pneumothorax, and this was done as an outpatient, they're going to be calling that primary care doc. Highly likely they're going to call that primary care doc. But let's say you were the person that ordered that, and the primary care doc's not in office, or they're on vacation. What do you do with that? You can't, in other words, you can't just sit on that film and assume. You'd have to be the person that would have to make sure that the primary care doctor was notified, and if they're not notified, then who's covering for that primary care doc? You see what I mean? You just can't have that live hand grenade hanging and say, well, I'll just let the primary care doc deal with it. If you ordered it, you got to own it, or make sure that it's passed on to the appropriate person. That's one, because in medicine, what happens is, sometimes things get dropped, and providers, even specialists may not talk. Our computers are not talking to each other. Okay, so we all have different systems, and I think a lot of times in the public, they think that that we're all connected, and we're not. I mean, that's the reality. We are not connected. So that's all I'm saying. If you order it, you got to own it.
Okay.
Good point.
Love to hear some more discussion, some viewpoints, because those are very valid, and it kind of creates a quandary. It's like I said, sometimes we get those reports from specialists who may not have communicated to a primary, but then, we may potentially be creating the same situation.
Can I just say that we have this document that has some additional language in it for you to look at. So it's going to take me just a moment to get that uploaded for you.
Well, and I'm just pondering Dr. Garcia's comments and thinking that when we do order an X-ray, as a physical therapist, we have a very narrow-minded view of what we expect